Hi students! Today we're going to begin our deep dive into Dickens's A Christmas Carol. Complete all Christmas Carol comprehension videos to earn a badge at the end. In this lesson, we will delve into Stave 1, which sets the stage for the profound transformation of Ebenezer Scrooge. We will explore the introduction of key characters, the establishment of the Victorian London setting, the use of significant symbols, and the emergence of the central conflict. By examining these elements, we will gain a deeper understanding of how Dickens constructs the foundation for Scrooge's journey from a miserly, cold-hearted man to one who embodies the true spirit of Christmas. Stave 1 sets the stage for the transformation of Ebenezer Scrooge, introducing the reader to the protagonist and establishing the initial dynamics of his interactions with others. The chapter begins on Christmas Eve in Victorian London, where Scrooge is at his counting house. The setting is gloomy and cold, reflecting Scrooge's personality. Scrooge's nephew, Fred, visits to wish him a Merry Christmas and invite him to Christmas dinner, but Scrooge dismisses him with a scornful "Bah humbug." Two gentlemen enter, soliciting donations for the poor, but Scrooge refuses, questioning why he should care about the destitute. Scrooge's clerk, Bob Cratchit, shivers in the cold as Scrooge begrudges him even the smallest comfort. This introduction highlights Scrooge's lack of empathy and compassion. That night, Scrooge is visited by the ghost of his former business partner, Jacob Marley, who is condemned to an eternity of wandering, bound in heavy chains. Marley warns Scrooge that he faces the same fate unless he changes his ways. Marley informs Scrooge that he will be visited by 3 spirits over the next 3 nights, each offering a chance for redemption. The characters introduced in Stave 1 serve as representations of different societal roles and attributes. Ebenezer Scrooge embodies greed and miserliness, with his harsh demeanor and disdain for others' happiness. Bob Cratchit, despite his poverty and harsh working conditions, remains kind and dutiful, symbolizing the struggling but hopeful lower class. Fred represents the spirit of Christmas cheer and familial love, contrasting sharply with Scrooge's bitterness. Jacob Marley's ghost serves as a warning and a harbinger of change, emphasizing the consequences of a life lived without compassion. The setting of Victorian London, with its foggy streets and cold, dark interiors, reflects Scrooge's internal coldness and isolation. The counting house, a place of business and money, contrasts with the warmth and joy associated with Christmas. This setting underscores the themes of wealth versus poverty, warmth versus coldness, and isolation versus community. Symbols such as Marley's chains and the counting house hold significant meaning in Stave 1. Marley's chains, made of lockboxes, keys, and ledgers, represent the greed and selfishness that weighed him down in life and now in death. The counting house symbolizes Scrooge's obsession with money and his emotional barrenness. The fog and cold weather outside mirror Scrooge's frosty demeanor and lack of clarity about the true meaning of life. Conflict begins to simmer in Stave 1 as Scrooge's interactions with others highlight his internal and external struggles. His dismissive attitude towards Fred and the charity collectors, and his harsh treatment of Bob Cratchit, set the stage for his forthcoming journey of redemption. The visit from Marley's ghost introduces the central conflict of the novella, Scrooge's need to confront and change his ways to avoid a grim fate. This supernatural intervention sets up the structure for the transformative journey Scrooge will undertake with the visits from the 3 spirits. Overall, Stave 1 effectively introduces the central character of Ebenezer Scrooge, establishes the grim and cold setting, and sets up the supernatural framework for the story's exploration of redemption, compassion, and the true spirit of Christmas. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. We analysed Stave 1 of A Christmas Carol, where Dickens sets the stage for Ebenezer Scrooge's transformation by introducing key characters, a grim Victorian London setting, and significant symbols. We explored Scrooge's interactions with his nephew, Fred, the charity collectors, and his clerk, Bob Cratchit, highlighting his lack of empathy and compassion. The visit from Jacob Marley introduced the central conflict and set the framework for Scrooge's journey of redemption. This analysis deepened our understanding of how Dickens constructs the foundation for Scrooge's change and the novella's themes of redemption, compassion, and the true spirit of Christmas. Keep revising this lesson and see you next time.